Hi, I am Abhijit. Currently working as a software engineer in .NET. Total overall, I have 8 years experience. So I am looking to upskill in AWS and data engineering. That's what I am looking for.
Okay, got it. And
Right.
Ankara?
Hi, Ganesh. I've been working in government sector. I would like to upskill myself in cloud engineering, cloud data engineering. That is why I'm looking for. I would like to start with AWS.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
I can see Manna. Manna something.
Hi, this is Manna Brahmendra. I'm a fresher. I recently get a job in EY. I want to upskill my in the AWS data engineering. So I want to move. Hello.
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
Mm.
Okay. And Parthiban? Parthiban Aditya? And Sudha? Sudha Manohar?
Hello. Hello.
Yeah, Parthiban, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm sorry, sir.
I'm there, Ganesh. Sudha.
I'm sorry. There is a.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
working
there,
as
Ganesh.
a
I'm
data
audible,
analyst.
Ganesh.
Parthiban, you can go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I am working as a data analyst for 5 years. I would like to upgrade my career in cloud.
Okay, got it. And yeah, Manohar, you can go ahead.
No, it's same for me also. Needed to upgrade to cloud.
And Umesh?
Yeah, this is Umesh. I'm currently recently graduated. I'm looking for this course because to learn more about data engineering and upskilling myself and expecting to learn advanced SQL like big data queries like Kafka, cloud platforms, AWS, S3, and Redshift.
Okay, got it. Thank you. And Swati?
Yeah, hi. Actually, I'm a teacher. I have almost 8 years of experience in teaching. I'm looking for a career switch altogether. I'm from a non-technical background, so I just want to know whether I can do something here. So, might be this session might help me in understanding how far can I go.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for your intro. Yeah, Aditya, you can go ahead.
Thanks, Ganesh. Thanks, everyone. First of all, welcome you all on this first demo session of AWS Data Engineering. So the audience today is of wide variety, starting from freshers, and then we have a couple of experienced people who want to do data analytics, and then we have some teachers as well. It's great to see the enthusiasm within our batch itself, right? So let's quickly get started. Before I start with the curriculum, let me quickly introduce myself. My name is Aditya. I have experience of near about 9 years into this data domain. I have been doing these teaching from last 3 years, teaching AWS, cloud infrastructure, big data, what data engineering is all about. A bit about my professional journey. So I have started my career as a data engineer itself, then gradually moved into cloud, big data concepts, so on and so forth. I've been working for Fortune 50 organization in my all stints, companies like Amazon, and few other companies. So that's a bit about me. I have passion to teach more and more about data to individual who wanted to make their career switch into data engineering, or they want to excel further into data engineering itself. So with this passion, I always want to learn something new with respect to data domain and translate that into very easy to understand, simple, meaningful concepts. So with this, I am here today as well. I again welcome you all to this data engineering session, right? I have been patiently listening to you all, with your expectation, what you want to do, so on and so forth. One thing I have realized that everyone wanted to upskill in the data engineering space. Can I ask one question to you all, right? It's just an open question. There is no right and wrong answer. Why do you want to upskill in the data engineering space? What brings you here today?
Yeah, hello Aditya, this is Sudha here.
Yeah, hi
So
Sudha.
we have ML also, right? Data science and ML, and then generative AI is also there with us, or else is it only cloud engineering?
So this course is more about AWS data engineering. If you want, we
Mhm.
can have sessions separately on those areas.
Mhm.
But this course is predominantly on data engineering.
Okay, okay. Well, for your question, that is very good question. I just had an interaction with Ganesh also. But because of on behalf of all, I would like to say the answer from my side, Aditya.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, I will go ahead. So the thing is, what brings us, what is propelled us to elevate our career in the cloud computing means. So mainly, this is the because of the transition around the globe. Only because of the transition, highly rapidly converging and diverging into the other modules like AI. Everything is becoming the manual free. So world is trying to get rid of the humans and then trying to bring the products into the simplest way without any hand touching. Like I am just an experience day, trying to give a context or very clear way, like ahead of the road. So when see now the ETL tools before ETL tools are there manual, very highly manual, like Informatica Power Center, and now IICS is also manual way. But in GCP, we have got it like code-free ETL tools, and other ways of extracting also is there, like which are inbuilt features. So Google Cloud, like the collaborated with Airflow. So Google Cloud doesn't have the scheduler, but they collaborated with Airflow and then they brought it into the GCP. So to make it a like a very simpler way. So when it makes a simpler way, then it is easy way to get rid of the humans. So world is trying to get rid of the humans. What is propelling us, like for your question, exact thing is like we need to switch, give a good transition in our career. So it is not like that we should have it in the same technology. So others are also important. Nowadays, it is becoming a highly interlinked one another. So Aditya, from my experience, maybe it will helps us. My way of context on this one inputs for others also. That is the
Yep.
exact thing is even more or less. If somebody says another thing, but this is the truth that is going on.
Thanks, Sudha, for this descriptive answer. I'm pretty much echoing what you said. I have a couple of other points, but I'll come to that
Yeah,
once
yeah.
everyone finished. So, guys, what about you? What brings you here? Why do you want to transition into data engineering? Is it just a one buzzword you heard from one of your friend? That's why you are here, or do you have something in mind?
I would say like another point quickly, it is not like about the salary. It is about protecting for ourselves, for the from the financial Aditya. So some people said different career, right, from teacher to in here software. So maybe it could be some people like financial, but nowadays it is not about financial. We are having the job and they are giving, like it is about like more of like we should protect by ourselves before the cost cutting.
Hmm.
So adding another like just context on that one. Sorry if anything is there.
No. That's completely fine. Yeah.
So, but naked truth is like this one, Aditya. I want to because I hidden this one. I use it to share to my friend, but there is a more threat ahead. But we'll try to our best. Like don't want to give a like long thing, but we'll have to do it upgrade. That is for sure. That's
That's true.
yeah, yeah.
That's true. Okay, how about others? We have couple of people: Brahmendra, Abhijit, Ankaro, Swati, Pratibhan Manohar, KP, Deep. Yeah.
So
Hello.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Yeah, I would like to add one more point, Aditya. Means there have been big companies, product-based companies like that. So nowadays they are collecting huge data, large terabytes of data. That such huge data, huge volumes of data it has to handle. That is one scenario. And for data scientists, we have to process data and give data to data scientists. So in between, data engineers are required, and they cannot be replaced just like that by AI. I believe so. So data engineering jobs would be there in future also. So it is a reliable profession, I believe so. That's why I have chosen data engineering among all.
That's true. Absolutely bang on. Yes.
Yeah, it may helpful to others also. Same information.
Yeah.
We can be confidently go forward.
True. Absolutely right. So there's one more person who want to speak at the very same time. I couldn't gather the name. Can you please now? What was your viewpoints?
The thing is, I worked as a software engineer then, and in Power BI also I work. So, uh, by working in this field, I now I understood that data science is not kind of my profession, and but in the Power BI, the data modeling part and data transformation and retrieving, that I felt like more. Felt like more into that rather than storytelling and taking insights and software development also. I didn't feel I am doing it, but it's not like I'm very much interested. Data engineering, I thought be a good choice.
Perfect. Perfect. I have one more minute. Like I can take one or two more viewpoints if anyone would like to, go. Come on, guys. That's the right time to speak up, right? You are here with
Sir,
something. Things like
in my point of view, the data engineering is the pillar of all in AI, sir. Because uh, nowadays the AI can using the data. Hello.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Uh, Data engineering collects the all different APIs and it builds the ETL pipelines. Hello.
Yeah, please go ahead.
And it gives to the data analyst and data scientist, sir. Without data engineering, the data analyst and data scientists cannot be do. My point of view, sir.
Very good point. Absolutely right. Thank you so much, guys, for sharing your views. All of your views are correct. They are up to the point, and I'm really happy that today we have a very well-read audience. I'm so happy about it. As you all said, the buzzword AI. That's true. AI is coming. It's already came. It started impacting our life, professional life. Absolutely, it is making us build things faster. It is making us ship things faster. Earlier, we used to take 1 month to deliver one thing. Now I can do this in 5 minutes itself. I can build a website. I can build a tool in less than 5 minutes itself with good amount of prompts. That's the power of AI which is coming in, guys. And everyone in the world is about making more money, right? Let me share my screen now. uh, okay, I'm sharing my screen. Can anyone confirm that you are able to see or not? Yes, no, anyone?
Yeah, it's visible.
Yeah,
Perfect.
yeah.
Yeah,
Perfect.
we are able to.
Thank you so much. So as you all said, AI is coming in. So what is the end goal for each one of us, of the bigger organizations, right? So the end goal for everyone is to make more revenue, generate more profits, right? Get more money out of whatever business they are doing, right? For example, if you are Facebook, if you are Instagram, if you are Netflix, if you are Walmart, whatever company, right? These are big giants. If you talk about smaller startups which are coming in right nowadays, Spark Plus, No Brokerhood, Zomato is now becoming too huge in India, right? Zapto, right? Whatever business you think of, what they want to achieve. They want to achieve lot of revenues. They want to generate lot of profits, right? How they can do that? By taking more informative, more better decisions. For example, if Zomato has to make more money, they need to think up of a better plan. For example, Walmart has to make more money, then they need to very good at their supply chain. If Netflix has to make more money, they need to think of how they can retain a customer to their platform, right? So to do all of this, they have to do lots of data analytics, right? They need to do lots of data analytics. Let's suppose this is data analytics. Using data analytics, they can generate some insights. What insights they can generate? For example, if let's say there is a very good TV series launched on Netflix, right after that TV series, we used to see a good number of people coming to Netflix platform, and they are subscribing more to the Netflix, which in turns generate more money. And if this TV series is of type kind of drama actions, then naturally more customer will come and then more money will coming to Netflix. So now going forward, Netflix will focus more on these specific kind of topics and genres to build TV series, movies, so on and so forth, and they can make more money. Similarly, they can see what movies are not in trend, what TV series topics are not in trend, and they can stop putting money in building those TV series and building those movies. How they can easily do that? By doing lots and lots of data analytics, and they can take informative decision, which in turn help them make more money. Same thing about Walmart, right? Walmart can analyze tomorrow what products can sell from my store, how much milk I should keep tomorrow, how much eggs I can keep tomorrow, so that when a customer come, I can meet the demand. I should not have too less of the milk. I should not have too much of the milk. In both cases, I am gonna lose money. How? If you have too much milk and there is less demand, the milk gonna go waste, right? Because there's a shelf life of a milk. Similarly, if you have less milk, more demand came, you are losing an opportunity to do the business. In both cases, you are losing money as Walmart. Hence, they need lots and lots of data to do lots and lots of good analytics so that they can take meaningful decision, which in turns help them grow more money. Correct? So, how all of this data analytics, how all of this informative decisions by the business can be taken care of, right? What is the main hero item behind all of this? Can anyone tell me what could be the hero item behind all of this? Be it Walmart, be it Netflix, be it Zomato, be it any big organization you can think of. What one common thing which is driving all of this analytics, which is driving all of this business decisions?
It's a data which is
Absolutely
collected.
right. Absolutely right. Thank you so much. Right. So one thing which is common among all businesses everywhere out there in the industry, in the whole world, that the raw data, right? Or the, I would say, data. The data is so important for each one of us, for each one of the company, that everyone is talking that data is the new gold, right? Data is the digital gold out there. Everyone is behind accumulating, processing, doing analytics on top of the data. That is one common thing, right? So data is becoming more and more and more important. And who is producing this data? So we people are producing this data in the form of social media, in the form of post, in the form of orders, in the form of transaction, in the form of viewing history, right? If you are buying something from online, you are generating footprint of yourself. If you are watching some TV series, you are generating a footprint of what you prefer, what you not prefer. If you are using social media, you are also generating some footprint. Basically, we humans are producing lots and lots and lots of data, and this data is gold for all bigger companies so that they can do good analytics, which in turns they can make more money, right? They can generate more profit. I don't have a symbol for money. I'll just say more profits. Everyone wants, that's the end goal for everyone, correct? Now, the question is, this data that we produce is not always in the shape and size that analytics can be run on top of it, because this data is always in a raw format. It's unclear. It contains a lot of data erroneous. It contains a lot of gaps. So there are bunch of things. There are bunch of missing points that is there in the raw data, which has been produced by us. Hence, in order to do a very good analytics, we need this raw data to be converted into a very meaningful format, so that a machine learning model or a good analytics or Power BI or any report can be generated on top of it, right? So I say here we have raw data which we are producing as humans, and here we need the gold data. I'll just say gold data, or you can say final data, good data, whatever name you want to give, so that analytics can be run, so that business can take decision, which in turns we can make more profits out of it, right? So the journey from here to here, who can help move data from here to here, who can help in this journey, what that profession is called, guys, from here to here? Do you know what that profession is called that makes data from here to here?
It's a data engineering.
Absolutely, very good answer. That journey, that profession is called, guys, data engineering. So now you yourself can gauge what is the importance of data engineering, right? Everyone wants to do, okay, I'll start from here. Everyone wants to make money, right? To make money, they need to make informative decision. They cannot just do things blindly. To do to make informative decision, they need to do a lot of data analytics. To do analytics, they need data to be in very good shape and size. To make data good in shape and size, they need the raw data to be converted here. And who can do that? It's the profession data engineering, or it's the professions called data engineers, right? Data engineers are responsible for converting the raw information into a meaningful information, so that it can be used, leveraged further for making informative decisions, right? This is what data engineering is all about. Now, in the context of AI, how it is very, very important, right? So people are nowadays using AI to build softwares, to build tools, to run data analytics, to take meaningful decisions, right? So a human can, interpret things. For example, I'll give you a scenario. Okay, what this line is? Can anyone spell what this line is? Like what I have written. Can you anyone like read it out loud? Okay, what is this? What is this word?
Problem is that data is bad.
Absolutely right.
Data
But
is bad.
but I have made a lot of spelling mistakes. Right? Still you are able to infer. Why? Because of your cognitive ability. You know the context, you know what we are discussing. Hence, you are able to grasp things better, right? So imagine for yourself, you take like near about couple of seconds to infer this. However, AI is, a little step back from us in terms of context, in terms of cognitive ability, right? AI is as good as the good data we are giving to AI, so that it can make meaningful information. If you are giving bad data, it will infer bad meaning, and which in turns the overall analytics is wrong. Hence, in the context of AI, the importance of good data become very, very important, and hence the importance of data engineering goes further, right? So earlier, if humans were involved, so they can manage with a little bit of bad data, so we can relax data engineering a bit. But with the involvement of AI, we need absolutely correct data, so that AI can run on top of it, make meaningful decision, and hence very good data is needed, and hence the importance of data engineering further increases 10x. Now, how AI can impact data engineering? So it can impact in terms of how quickly you are delivering pipelines, how quickly you are delivering solutions. So with the help of AI, you can speed up your data pipelines process. You can speed up data engineering process. But humans will always be there in the data engineering space. That's for sure. At least 10 years, I see there is no one touching data engineers if they know how to use AI for their advantage, right? So that's what the question I asked, and that's my take on that answer as well, and which actually highlights the importance of data engineering, and that's why, guys, we are here as well, right? So let me quickly jump on to my content, right? What data engineering is all about. I just spoke. This is what data engineering is all about, right? If we look at the quick definition, so data engineering is all about building data pipelines that can transform raw information coming from orders, coming from what people has watched, coming from what people has been buying, right? Converting all of this information into meaningful insights, and the pipeline that does this work is called data engineering, and the people who does this work is called data engineers, right? So this is what data engineering is all about in a very simple language, right? Building pipelines that transform data, building infrastructure for storing your data, right? And we need lots and lots of scalable solutions, right? What are the major responsibility of a data engineer is to build, as I said, pipelines, build infrastructure, build scalable solution, build solution that are prone from errors, right? How we store our data, how we make sure that analytics is on top of it. This is what data engineer responsibility is all about, right? As we spoke about already, the importance, it help us take more informative decisions, and it help us basically drive better profits out of the business itself. What are the major challenges as a data engineer we faces in day-to-day life? It's how we process data much faster, how we handle real-time data, how we build scalable solution. Meaning of scalability is, if today I have less data, I should be able to handle. Tomorrow, let's say I have a large volume of data, I should be able to handle as well. So I need to make a system, a pipeline that should be able to scale automatically depending upon the volume of data which is coming in, right? Security, data versioning, all of these are major problems or challenges that we face in day-to-day life, and we need to overcome this, right? And then what all tools as a data engineer we use is popular tools nowadays is S3 for data storage, for building data lakes, for processing the data we use is Apache Spark, that involves big data and all. For storing data we use Snowflake, Redshift, that belongs to data warehousing concepts. And for building automations, pipelines, we use Airflow itself, right? So these are the major tools that data engineers uses on day-to-day basis, right? So all of this, guys, is basically about data engineering, right? Now let's take a step back. We are here for cloud data engineering, or to
Yeah,
be
I think that here.
yeah,
Yeah, I
please
have
go.
done some doubts like what is the difference like data engineering and ETL? So like the way it shows is like it is almost similar to ETL, where we also take a data from a database, set of a database, do a transformation, and then do into another database. So again, in ETL also we have a pipelines, we have a data warehousing concepts. So how it is different than ETL? Like data engineering is
Very good
different than
question.
ETL.
Very good question. So let me show you. Let's say this is data engineering. So ETL is one part of it. Infra is one part of it. How you build scalable system, that is one part of it. Sorry. Governance is one part of it. Big data is one part of it, and there are much more. Like there are much more. I'm gonna go in deep about what those things are. But on a very high level, this big circle is data engineering, and ETL is one part of it. ETL is about building pipelines that move data from left to right, from one database to another. But how are you going to set up those pipelines? How are you going to provide infrastructure that these pipeline runs? How are you going to provide security? How are you going to provide governance? How are you going to handle big data? How are you going to build data lakes together, right? So all of these constitutes data engineering. How are you going to handle real time data sets, right? All of these become part of data engineering realm. But yes, if you want to do a apple to apple comparison, you can say data engineering is somewhat equals to what we used to do in ETL. It's an advancement on top of ETL itself.
Like in terms of like ETL, like right now, I think we are using data lakes, and why like we should go with the S3, AWS S3, why not Azure data lakes?
Correct. Correct. So this is something I'm going to cover in my next slide if you give me 5 more minutes.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. But we can keep discussing these questions. Whatever questions you have, guys, as well, please put in the chat. I'm going to come back to it once I'm done with this. Okay. Cool. So guys, as I said, why AWS data engineering or why cloud data engineering, right? So first of all, let's quickly have a rundown what exactly cloud is. So if you see this image in the red border, that's not the cloud, guys, we're going to discuss. Absolutely not. So the cloud that we're going to discuss is in the green border, where you see a lot of machines, or placed in a rack. Some people are monitoring these machines out. That's exactly what cloud is all about. So cloud is a highly secured servers. Server means lots and lots of machine placed together, working in tandem with each other. So cloud is a highly secured server, which is away from normal human reaches, but they are like placed in secure buildings, wherein our data can be stored for longer duration, and it can provide compute for running a lot of big calculations, right? I'm using too many jargons here, like compute, servers, all of these. Bear with me for a few more minutes. I'm going to discuss all of these in detail as well, right? So on a very high level, this is what cloud is. It's a set of servers that are placed in a building with high security on top of it, where you can store data, where you can use it for your computation purpose, right? One of the classic example of cloud that everyone must have used in their day-to-day life is Google Drive, right? Google Drive is one of the best example of cloud. Google Drive we use for storing our data over the internet. What you need is just a user ID and password and internet. You can upload your data, and then you can access it from anywhere else in the world, right? It doesn't matter what mobile phone you are using. It doesn't matter what laptop you are using. You just need user ID, password, and internet connection, right? And our data is secured, highly secured in these kind of servers in Google Cloud itself, right? Now, why exactly this course is built on AWS itself, right? So if you look at the report from Statista, Statista is one of the leading agency that do surveys, that understand market trends, so on and so forth. So this report was from 2023 quarter 1, and if you look, by the time, AWS was leading the market in cloud infrastructure itself, right? Followed by Azure, followed by Google, so on and so forth, right? And fast forward today as well, AWS still leading the market in terms of companies who are using AWS, the revenue that AWS is generating, and the number of job posting which you see on the job portals as well. AWS is still leading the market, and hence this course is being designed to cater to that demand itself, right? Okay, moving on. Now, what exactly cloud computing is all about, and how we utilize cloud for itself, right? So I'll start with a very basic example. Let's say we all planning a trip somewhere abroad, and this trip gonna for 1 month. So there are two options for me. I can go out there in that country. I can buy a new car, use it for traveling in that country, pay the insurance, pay the road tax, everything I have to manage on my own. And but there is a catch, that when I'm coming back to my country, I cannot take the car back with me. I cannot sell the car as well. I have to just leave the car as it is after the use. That is option number one. Option number two is I go to another country, right? But over there is a company who rent the car, and the model is, the number of days you want to use the car, just pay for those days, and the insurance, road tax, and everything, that company will take care of it, right? I have to just use the car, pay for the days I'm using it, and then I'll just come back, right? So guys, if let's say you are also a traveler, so which option would you be preferring in that case? Option number one, where you're gonna buy the whole car, or option number two, where you have to rent the car? Which option do you prefer?
Rent the car.
Sorry, I can get you.
Rent the car.
Absolutely right. Why you want to rent the car? It's a right answer, but why?
So I don't have to own the car and use more money for buying the car. Renting is
Absolutely. Absolutely right. Very good answer. The same problem happens in organization as well, big company as well. I'll start from a real story of Netflix. So Netflix in 2005, they used to be a video renting shop. It used to be a proper shop in US, where people can come, they can rent the CDs, cassettes, they watch the movie, and then they return the cassettes and then they have to pay some money, right? That's how the business model of Netflix earlier. But then dot-com boom happened, everything moves to internet, people started uploading things to internet, and then Netflix realized that their sales is dipping because people are watching over the internet, lot many free videos and all. So they decided to go online as well in 2006-7ish. They opened a website, they started uploading all the content to the website, the TV shows, movies and all, right? But to enable their website, they have to upload all data and they have to manage their own servers where they are uploading the data, right? Initially it is fine, they managed. So guys, if you don't know, server is nothing but a collection of lot of computers where you can store your data, and this data can be used by other people to watch it, right, over the internet. So these servers are costly naturally, right? And you need a lot of people to manage these servers, right? You must have seen these servers as well in movies, in your companies as well. You need a team to manage these servers. These servers produce a lot of heats, so you need very good amount of cooling mechanism. They take more spaces. They have a shelf life of 2-3 years. After every 2-3 years, the hard drive corrupts, and then you have to bring a new hard drive, replace it, and it's a very costly affair managing the servers. So initially Netflix was able to manage, but then the demand goes up further for Netflix. A lot of movies, TV shows coming in, they were not able to cope up because they have to buy a lot of servers. They were not able to manage those servers on their own, right? And that's where AWS came to Netflix, and that's the first time AWS become a cloud partner with any company in the world, which is Netflix. So AWS was one of the first cloud partner of Netflix. Back in 2007, they introduced a concept called S3. They said, whatever data you have, just upload or store this data back on our servers using a service called S3. And we are not gonna, ask for any money for, bringing those servers, nothing. We will manage everything on our own. You just come, upload your data, keep it, and the amount you have to pay is depend upon the number of days you want to keep this data and the volume of data you want to have. You just have to pay for that money. That's where Netflix realized, yes, let me utilize AWS S3 services, and I'm going to upload all my data over there and let them do the server management on their own, right? So that's where S3 become popular. And today, guys, S3 is one of the most used service of any cloud out there, be it Azure, be it Google, be it AWS. S3 is one of the most used service which generate most of the profit for AWS itself, right? Similarly, second concept is compute. I talked about a word, right? So compute is nothing but a combination of two things. It means CPU plus RAM, right? What CPU and RAM used for? For running applications, right? My laptop is running in, so it is utilizing CPU, it is utilizing RAM. Your phone is also running in, it is utilizing CPU, it is utilizing RAM, right? And we all know how costly CPUs and GPUs and RAM become, right? A classic example is Nvidia, right? Everyone heard of Nvidia, right? What Nvidia is? It's a company that sells CPU and GPU. It valuation today is more than $3 trillion, the highest in the world. Why? Because they sell CPU and GPU, and these are very costly things out there, right? So you yourself can feel that if you go in the market, whenever you ask for a high CPU, high RAM, the cost of that product goes up. If you ask for a 4 GB mobile phone versus you ask for a 12 GB mobile phone, right? Which one cost you more? Naturally, a phone with 12 GB RAM, right? Why? Because these are very expensive gears, right? These are very expensive products. So when a company has to process data, when the company has to build data engineering pipeline, they need a lot of CPU, they need a lot of RAM. Earlier, they were buying servers, they were buying RAM, managing it. But over a period of time, the data becomes so huge, buying CPU and RAM is no longer a very good viable option for them. That's where they started switching to cloud. Why it's not a viable option? Because after every 1 or 2 years, these CPU, these RAMs gets bad. You need to replace with a new machine. It costs you so long. You need a lot of people to manage all of these infrastructure on your own, right? A lot of headaches. So what they said, or what AWS said, we're gonna provide you the compute, the CPU plus RAM. You just come to us, use it, pay for that amount. For example, you are using it for, let's suppose, 1 year, 10 days, 1 hour, and 2 minutes. We're only gonna bill for this amount. We are not gonna charge you for 1 year, 11 days. We're not gonna charge you any minute extra. And this offer, everyone liked it, everyone preferred it, and hence people started switching back to compute, which is being provided by the cloud providers. And AWS leads this market today. And hence, the demand of cloud computing arises. We had lots and lots of data. So there are two problems: how I'm going to store it. AWS has a solution. Second problem is how I'm going to process it. AWS has a solution in the term of compute. Both problems are getting solved by cloud, and hence people, every organization, guys, started shifting towards the cloud infrastructure. This is what AWS cloud computing is and why we need AWS cloud computing. Now I'll take a quick pause to see if you have any questions so far. Otherwise, I'll move on.
Sir, what is the interlink between ETL and EC2, sir?
ETL is a process of building data pipeline.
Okay.
EC2 is a service of AWS which provides you CPU and RAM that you can utilize for performing ETLs.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
Sir, there is any tool for building the ETL pipelines?
Yeah, there are a couple of tools. I'm going to talk about it in my next slide itself. Okay, any other questions, guys?
Aditya,
Okay.
Yeah, please go ahead one by one.
yeah, can I ask?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, Aditya, if you don't mind, can you please tell what skills are you going to cover in this entire course?
Very good question. I have this covered here. I'm just going to come to it in my next slide itself.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, there's one more question I heard.
In future, what do you think? There will be IT developers or only infrastructure and maintenance, and there will be AI building AI. But even AI can build itself, right? Then there will be no AI development also, right?
Yeah, good point. So I'll take you to the past. So guys, 1970, somewhere 1970, computer born. The first computer was born around that time. So people were speculating that computer gonna take human jobs away. Does it happen? No. On the other hand, it created more and more and more jobs. Right. Fast forward 20 years, in 1991 or 92, Excel came. When Excel came, people were like, wow, that's the best tool out there. It has a lot of automations. It's going to take away a number of jobs. Does the jobs go away? No. Contrary, it produces more job. Fast forward, big data came. Jobs go away? No. It produces more job, right? So with AI as well, the nature of job going to change for sure. A people who is utilizing AI naturally going to replace a person who is not using AI. That's going to definitely happen, right? So use AI for quickly building things up, but to build things up, you need to know what you need to build, and for that you need large and lots of basic knowledge, and that knowledge never gonna go away, right? You cannot just ask a business person and say, hey, I'm giving you a AI, can you just build things together which is scalable? No, cannot possible, right? Because AI today is not intelligent enough, and at least 5 years down the line, it is not intelligent enough to build solutions for problems that humans can brainstorm and build solutions for. So you always and always need humans in the loop. At least 5 years, but nobody sees the future. Maybe some miracle comes few years down the line and something can change. But at least this is what I have been observing from hearing all the industry expert from the last couple of years on the AI.
Okay, yeah. Right.
Sir, AI can replace the data engineering in future?
No, that's not gonna happen. But people who are using AI can build data pipeline faster. Earlier, for the same pipeline, if I was taking 1 month, I can do now in 1 day itself. That's gonna happen for sure. But you need to know basics. You need to know concepts. Otherwise, you cannot build pipelines by just doing prompting.
Okay.
Okay. If there are no questions, guys, I'll quickly move on to the topics that we're going to cover. Right. So this data engineering course is purely about data, and to play around with data, there are two popular things: SQL and Python. This is something we're gonna cover, right? So to handle big data, we're gonna cover Spark, PySpark. Everything will be fully hands-on, guys, with lots of assignments, lots of hands-on activity, right? Within AWS for building data lake, we're gonna cover S3. For building data pipelines, we're gonna cover Lambda, Glue. We're gonna cover EMR. We're gonna cover Databricks. Lot many ETL tools we're gonna cover. For databases, we're gonna cover Redshift, Snowflake, two different tools. For building automations, we're gonna cover Airflow, right? And naturally, lot of hands-on projects and AWS case studies. All of this will be covered. I'll just quickly show you one image here. So these are the major tools that we're gonna cover, right? Naturally, topics from AWS that belongs to data engineering, like S3, Kinesis, Kafka for real-time streaming, Glue for building ETL pipelines, Lambda for building ETL pipelines, CloudWatch for monitoring purpose. Apart from this, big data, which will be covered using PySpark, Spark, Airflow for automations, Databricks for running big data jobs, Snowflake for data warehousing concepts, right? So all of this will be covered on a very high level. That's a very high level view. For a detailed view, I can share a Excel with you guys. You can go through it, what all we're gonna cover. A quick rundown of those topics are here. So these many topics we're gonna cover in detail with you guys, right? I'll share this Excel with you. You can go through it. Yeah.
Yeah, hi. What you will be like touch basing with the CI/CD DevOps, or like how it
Yeah,
is?
I'm going to cover one CI/CD pipeline. That's ideally not part of our data engineering course, but I realized this because nowadays organizations are asking for CI/CDs as well. Hence, I
No,
added
like
this as a bonus lecture. So that's not part
but
of our curriculum, but it's a
okay,
bonus lecture.
but CI/CD will like again it will be confusing, right? Like it includes Ansible,
I'm going to
JSON.
use Azure DevOps for building the CI/CD pipeline paired with AWS CloudFormation template, because that's again one of the most widely used data pipelines.
Okay, sure. And again, the SQL part, which SQL you'll be using, like MySQL, Oracle, or IBM
Doesn't
DBT?
matter. Doesn't matter. Syntax wise, it's 99% same. Concept wise, it's exactly the same. So it doesn't matter what SQL. It's gonna be NSQL, basically NSQL. This is we're gonna
No.
utilize.
Okay, sure. And also along with the Spark, anything with Apache Spark, or like just with the like Python, like PySpark.
Everything around Apache Spark. I'll just quickly show you one thing. If I go workspace, if I go here, if I go here, if I go here, if you see, I have built a very detailed plan with hands-on activities with respect to PySpark. And then before we jump into PySpark, we had a lots and lots of system design. We had lots and lots of architecture on Spark, big data, and everything around that. So that will be covered in detail.
Aditya,
Yeah.
how do we practice this Apache Spark on our computers, or do you provide any
No.
platform?
We're gonna provide. So we're gonna utilize Databricks for practice this.
It is free, or
Yeah,
should
it's
we
gonna be
purchase?
everything in our course gonna be free of cost. Nothing gonna be chargeable for you.
Okay.
Sir, we after this section we can crack the any foreign interviews.
Uh Good point. So guys, cracking interviews totally depends upon person to person. But yes, I can guarantee you that the topics that we are covering is the topics that we have researched from scanning a lot of job postings, doing surveys in the real world market, and myself, like I have 9 years of experience. I've seen it, what is happening in the industry. So these topics are extremely curated from that standpoint. And hence, if you see here, I'm not only talking about AWS, I have introduced topic outside AWS as well. For example, Databricks, big data like PySpark, Airflow, right? Snowflake, CI/CD, because these are topics which have been asked addition to what a person can do in AWS itself.
Sir, one more query. When we are working with unstructured or semi-structured data like Johnson logs, we need no SQL, right?
Correct, absolutely right. So there are two things. One is DynamoDB that I'm gonna just show you in 2 more minutes. And second thing is, naturally we're gonna use Snowflake and PySpark to handle all of this. AWS gives you DynamoDB for handling NoSQL databases. Snowflake also have this feature, and then for doing ETLs on NoSQLs, we're gonna utilize Spark and PySpark.
Yeah, okay.
Any question, guys, coming in your mind? Otherwise, I'll move to a quick demo I have
Sir,
prepared for you.
how can we can collect the different source of data by using APIs? There is any tool?
There are various tools out there. We can
Okay.
use AWS Glue, Lambda, PySpark
Okay.
as well to do it.
For collecting the APIs, we can using the AWS Glue. Okay.
Yes, we can do that as well.
Hmm.
Okay. If there are no questions, guys, I'm going to quickly show you one thing. So I have prepared I'll not say a streaming, but a real event pipeline. What that pipeline is, I'm going to push a user message in a queue. That queue is called SQS. Again, all of these topics may look little new to you guys, but as we move along in our sessions, everything will become very clear in detail. I am processing this data using Lambda, right? This is a semi-structured data. It means it's in JSON form. I have built a ETL using Lambda, and then finally I'm loading this data back to Dynamo with the help of this Lambda. This is a simple event-based real-time pipeline, ETL pipeline, right? Let me push a record here, right? I'm gonna say 20072025. Let's give some name. I'm gonna say demo AWS 20, right? Let's push this record. I'm gonna say send message. Done. My message has been done. Now, ideally, this record should be available in my database already, right? Let me run this query. And what date we have put? 2007. If you see, this record is already here, right? Within a second, less than a second itself, this record already reached my table, right? I just pushed it. My Lambda ran. How do I know? How do I show you? I can show you from here. So you will see a log of my Lambda, which appeared just now. If you see, it just now appeared 9:59 p.m., right? Which means that my Lambda ran already, right? Let me try one more message just to do something else. Let's say put some other number, some random number. Can anyone tell any random number just to be more discreet? Any number, anyone?
137.
Sorry?
137.
137. Any other number from any other person? I'll just add to it. Come on, guys, speak up.
444.
444. Cool. I'll just say here 13. 7, right? Okay, just sending this message. Done. Let's run this query here. It should be available in Dynamo by now. What was the number? 137 444. It's here already, right? And if you look here, I'm sending 3 columns: ID, name, and age. And by doing the ETL, it is adding one more column called adult. Basically, the logic is if the person is less than 18 years of age, we say it's a minor. So flag will be false. If you see here the age 16, the flag is false. But our case, it's more than 18, hence it automatically set to true, right? So very, very basic ETL is happening in the backend as well. And that ETL is happening with the help of this Lambda function, guys, if you see here. So all of this will be covered in detail with proper hands-on real world scenarios, interview questions. Everything will be covered in extreme detail in our sessions going forward. But this is just one simple demo that I have prepared for you. Okay. This is it from my side, guys, for today. If you have any question, do let me know.
Sir, we are using Python programming for building ETL pipelines.
For running it on Lambda, yes, we are utilizing Python.
Okay. Sir, in Python, we knowledge to solving the lead code or basics, sir.
Basic should be okay.
Aditya, how do you get that Excel sheet, all skills being covered?
I'm gonna share it with Ganesh, and then you can check with
Yeah,
him.
I'll share with you individually.
Okay, Ganesh.
Hi Aditya, like at the end of the course, like the what will the level of like data engineer, like as a beginner or an intermediate, how it will like
So my like our course is designed for advanced level, to be very honest. But I'm gonna teach you to till that level. But then it depends on the person to person as well, like how much they are able to grasp as well, right? Because at the end of the day, you have to go out there and then do stuffs in your company in the interview. But from the course perspective, it's starting from beginner, but then it moves to advanced stages as well.
Aditya, how this course will be helpful to freshers and at the same time with experienced people like Swati is there and myself, I am also there. We are having around 10 years of experience and this course is suitable for freshers also. How do you distinguish how it will be helpful to both the batches?
Very good point. So as I said, I start from basics of topic because every one of you may be having some bits and pieces of knowledge, but lot many topics will be new to each one of you, right? So I'll start from the beginning for each topic and then start to moving to advance. So people learn gradually over the period of time, and still if you are struggling, we do a lot of additional offline classes on weekend as well for people who are struggling, not able to grasp the topic itself. So I'm not in really hurry to finish the course. My point is to deliver so that you can learn and become better data engineering out there tomorrow.
How long does it take, Aditya, for completion of this course?
So general on an average from previous batches experience, we take 45 classes, right? A class is typically 1 hour long, and but it doesn't mean that we will finish in 45 days always. It's not a hard stop. If I felt that the batch is running a little slow, they are needing more time, then we go for 50 days, 55 days as well. So it depends upon how the batch is progressing. So I have batches where people are able to grasp faster. So we were able to finish in 45 days, but I have batches where it runs for 55 days as well, even more than that. So 45 hours even more than that is a very good amount to learn any new topic. If you go out there on Udemy, Coursera, whatever popular platform, you will see courses of duration 20 hours, 25 hours, at max 30 hours. So 45 hours duration is a very good amount of time to learn new topics and then do hands-on on top of it.
What is the timings? It's like weekdays or weekends?
That we can decide by looking at the overall general population demand. So we are pretty much flexible on the timings part. So this part you can discuss with Ganesh and then we can move on.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. Okay, guys, if you don't have any further questions, thank you so much for joining me today. It's been a pleasure talking to you all. Yep, we'll see you next time. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Good night.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Aditya.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Aditya.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks for your time.